It's a new week. Actually, it's not. It's Sunday here. And the reason I'm recording on Sunday, which rarely happens, is that tomorrow I have an appointment all day long, so I can't do my recordings tomorrow. So here we are on a Sunday, and we are recording, but I probably won't put them out until tomorrow. I think I might schedule it. So if you haven't noticed, for those of you who are just coming to my channel, or maybe you just missed the post about it, now that I've passed 1,000 subscribers, we somehow get this community tab that I can now post things on that I couldn't really post before. And you can do like polls and images and stuff. So I guess that's a perk. And I used it immediately, and I said this is going to be the one-stop shop for all of the requests. So I can still see requests that are in the video that you have, but there are two things that are going to more than likely get your request listened to quicker. And that is, number one, go to the community page in the one-stop shop and put your request there. That way, when I go to find new songs or new requests, I can just go to that community page, go down the community page and pick the one that I think has a lot of likes. So if there's like a request that someone puts that you want also, like it, because the more likes it gets, the more chance that I'm going to pick it. And number two, if it has a link. And today is a perfect example, because there have been several times in the past, I guess, where people asked me to listen to a song, and I downloaded it, and it was either a song that was, the speed was like lower or higher than the normal one, probably to avoid it getting blocked, or I picked the wrong video. For Steven Wilson was one. I picked the wrong video supposedly, but I didn't know that. So this helps me and it helps you in the end, so it's circular. So if you post a link with your request, that way I know I don't have to go searching for it, for one, which is nice. Number two, I will make sure that I don't make a mistake, and we will all be happy in the end. Okay? So for those of you who are new to my channel, or even those of you who just didn't know, go to the community page, and there is a post there called the One-Stop Shop for requests. That's where I'm going to be mostly looking for these requests in the future. And like I said, the more that one gets liked, the more likely I am to pick it. Okay? So hopefully you guys do that in the future. As a great segue from this into what we're doing today, we are back to Porcupine Tree, or I would like to say Steven Wilson in Porcupine Tree, because it seems like he's the mastermind behind it, and he kind of left because he's doing his own stuff. So in this particular case, I've been waiting to do this for a while, and I made a mistake in one of the last videos that I watched. So this time, one of you who requested Arriving Somewhere But Not Here is the song we're going to listen to. I got the link from you. So if this is the wrong link, it's not my fault. Alright, but I'm excited to listen to this because this was highly requested a lot. I noticed that whenever I see Steven Wilson on YouTube in a search, this is one of the main songs that a lot of requesters, or a lot of listeners, a lot of reactors, I should say, listen to. So we're going to listen to it. I'm going to give you my take on it. It's going to be real, even if I like it or don't like it. But so far, Steven Wilson's like 4 for 4 with me. Every song that he's written is amazing. And he's a perfect example of, he's not very technical. Like a lot of the stuff, other than Anesthetize, which I listened on my own, which I haven't done on this channel because I already know the song. That's a pretty technical song, or more technical, from Steven Wilson, Porcupine Tree, but most of his songs are more just incredibly constructed well songs, which again, on this channel, I'm not looking for technical only. Technical's good, but if this song, I mean, I like pop songs that are well written, and so everything that Steven Wilson seems to be doing so far for me is like not in the technical aspect, but in the compositional aspect. He's fucking amazing. He's so good. A lot of his songs are just really, really good. So far, my favorite Steven Wilson song actually is Home Invasion Regret Number 9. That was like the first song I ever listened to. It was like funky, soulful, well written. It was just awesome. It was more like Pink Floyd-ish. And so we're going to find out if Arriving can, you know, be in the same vein of Steven Wilson, Porcupine Tree song. So let's stop talking and let's get to the reaction. Go. Starting with that ethereal. I noticed Marillion kind of reminds me of this a little bit too sometimes. Just epic ballad, but past ballad. I feel like Steven Wilson is a ballady kind of. It's more than ballad, but it's just like hits in the heart. Just for disclaimer, I don't know what this is about at all. I didn't pre-watch or do any research. Ooh, I like that. Dope. Egg shaker. Drums with this. I like the mood that it's setting. A little bit eerie. Love that bow. Building, building.
Never stop the car on a drive in the dark.
Okay. I won't.
Never look for the truth in your mother's eyes. Never trust the sound of rain upon a river rushing through your ears.
Ooh, I like that.
Arriving somewhere, but not here.
Like those harmonies. Building. Building.
Did you imagine the final sound as a gun? Or the smashing windscreen of a car?
Telling the story.
Did you ever imagine the last thing you'd hear as you faded out was a song?
I've actually imagined that in my own death.
Arriving somewhere, but not here.
Oh, I like that low bass.
All my designs simplified.
Yes. It's got a Neil Morse feel to it.
And all of my plans compromised.
Ooh. Yeah, this is very Neil Morse-ish. But I think this came before Neil Morse. So.
My dreams
Sacrifice. Ooh, there it is. Breaks into it. It's just great driving music. I mean, I know the story's about driving, but this is just like great 3-hour, 4-hour driving to college kind of music. Very Steven Wilson. Like Steven Wilson, after now listening to this kind of music 5-6 times, they've got their sound. He's got his sound. Distinctly him. some kind of reincarnation thing.
Drinking down the poison the way you were taught. Never thought from here on in your life begins and all you knew was wrong. Right there, somewhere, not here.
Just jamming, man.
All my designs simplified.
You can hear that chord coming before it.
All of my plans
Feel like I can do it again. Oh, I like that up. Kind of gives like a positive feel.
all of my dreams.
They're gonna cut it in half. Yeah, I mean it was just going like this, and now it's kind of going. Subdivisions, I talk about it all the time on my channel. It's huge when it comes to like progressing a song. And the drive is still there, obviously the eighths. Yep, now we're back in eighths. That one part more felt like a four. That bass part. Nice. Whoa! What the fuck just happened? Yes. Is this where somebody's dying or something? Nice. The heaviest I think I've heard him. I'm waiting for some 16 double bass notes. Oh, I thought it was gonna happen. I like it. It sounds kind of progressive there. Yeah, it's very like progressive. I like that. Ascension. Oh, stay up there. Now we're gonna come back down. Ooh. See, that was a great ascension into a orgasmic a little bit. Ooh, nice. I will say that transition was a little abrupt. Not a big deal. Maybe that was like supposed to happen for something in the story, but it would have been nice if it like either exploded and then kind of came down slower, but it was just like da-da-da-pop. So maybe it was a car crash that, I don't know, where it hit the windshield as it talked about earlier. The mood. Steven Wilson mood is what I'm going to call it from now on. Is that blood?
The scissors cut
back to home base. I can sing along now because I know it. I actually would have liked it if they would have kept that going on. Driving somewhere, not here. Not here. Nice fade out. I'm telling you, Steven Wilson songs are just great, chill, probably be even better with some weed. Not that I smoke a ton of weed, but what can you say? It's another Steven Wilson song. I think most of his songs sound in this kind of situation. I think maybe it's completely different in other songs, but I feel like there are some staples that are always going to be found in Steven Wilson songs, and that is ballady-like with some more kind of like great building, not ballad in the traditional sense of like, pop ballad, but as in just like a very kind of serious but deep kind of feeling in the music, along with just great composition and simplicity. I would not call this very difficult overall, of course, but I would even say these songs could fit in pop music, which I'm surprised that, I never heard of Steven Wilson, even in the progressive kind of situation throughout my life that much. I did hear a Porcupine Tree as a group through Dream Theater stuff, but I'm just kind of shocked because I feel like a lot of the music that I've at least reacted to could easily be on the radio. Not that I listen to the radio much, but it seems like it would be on the pop charts. Like a lot of these songs, they're just very, very well constructed. Maybe it's because they're too long to be. A lot of these songs are in the 9 to 10, 11, 12 minute mark, so maybe that's what pushes it outside. But if it was like a 5-6 minute song, it would easily fit into the genre that is just very easy to digest, very well done, and just very ballady, very catchy in that sense. And there's always going to be a serious tone. There's always going to be a pretty much consistent part of the song that it goes back to the kind of chorus, verse, or verse, chorus, verse, chorus. The message is more practicable. It's still not that practical unless you know what's going on before. So for instance, the routine song, by watching that, you can tell that it's about a mother that has lost her family, but she's still kind of like trying to go through the routine of what she did when they were still alive. But I didn't know it specifically had to do with school shooting until someone told me that, or until the comments said that. So I feel like in this same way, I kind of get the idea that, the general idea of what happened in this somewhere, arriving somewhere, but not here. But I don't understand like the specifics of the story. So that seems to be another consistent thing about Steven Wilson songs, is they're kind of practical, but not like specifically practical so far. And just a song that I don't know how people could listen to this and not like it. If there's anybody that listens to this is like, oh, it sucked. I would not understand how they arrived at that conclusion. So at the same time, I feel like there's nothing in this song that makes me go, wow, that was just the most amazing song I've ever heard. So to me, it's one of those, this is a really good song, along with these other songs. I feel like they all kind of fall in this same category. This is a really good song. This is perfect for driving in a different way. It kind of reminds me of like James Taylor. Obviously it's different, but James Taylor, whenever I'm driving on a 3-hour plus trip in the car, which I haven't done in 8 years because in Korea I don't drive. But in the United States, when I used to drive back and forth from school, my school was in Indiana and my hometown is Columbus, Ohio. It's a 3 hours, almost pretty much on the dot between those two, my school. And anytime I would drive back and forth, one of my favorite things to listen to was Gary Hoey. Animal Instinct was a great album to listen to on a drive. Tribal Tech sometimes was really good to listen to on a drive. And Liquid Tension Experiment was great. And then James Taylor. James Taylor is just he just has such good music to listen to while you're driving. To me, I think Steven Wilson falls into that category. Just great music to listen to while you're just chilling, relaxed, and just kind of in a not completely serious space, but not in like a jokey place. His music is definitely more deep, more serious kind of feel. So I love it. I think this is right up my alley, and this is exactly the kind of stuff I'm looking forward to discover. So we'll be on the Steven Wilson Porcupine Tree train more, and I'm looking forward to hearing what you guys have to suggest. Not here necessarily in the comments, but in the one-stop shop suggestion. So as always, like and subscribe. We will see you on the next one. Peace.